back with me, Dr. Karen Dukes, and I am here with another guest. Let's get ready to have a warm welcome for Mirvin. All right, Mirvin. Hey.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming. Mirvin, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great today, too. Thank you so much for asking. So listen, on this talk show, I love talking to children about what's going on and in your life, in school. And this is a new school year. So I'm excited about. How excited are you?
I'm very excited because it's my last year in 8th grade in the school I'm going to. So next year I'm going to high school.
That's right. That's right. So there you go. So I like to say, because what is that? 13 years old.
Yeah.
In the 8th grade. So I like to say you are a senior, right? Senior in middle school.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, yes. So you're the top of the class. So yes, there's a lot going on in 8th grade. You're talking, proms, or it's called homecoming. So you have a lot to prepare for on top of all your classes, right?
Yeah.
Good, good. So I can tell you're excited about that. And listen at you, already mentioned high school.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking forward to that, aren't you?
Yeah.
So then so when you go, so then you'll start over in high school. Now you'll become the baby. You'll be back to the freshman. And in 12th grade, you'll be a senior again. I just like to put it in that perspective. But again, thank you so much for coming. I like to talk about what's going on so far, or what do you think 8th grade is like? And so let's talk about 8th grade so far.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So far in 8th grade, nothing really changed from last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than we're getting high school credit now. And I'm really new to high school credit because I didn't know what it was until last week. No, like a few months, like a month ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a new thing to me because I have 4 or 3 classes that's like enrolling high school credit. Science, it's called physical science now. Language and literature. Accelerated math, which means I'm basically 1 grade ahead of the rest of the math people. And German, because I was supposed to take French in 3rd grade, but the French classes were full, so I went to German instead. And I've been doing German for 7-8 years now.
Mirvin, stop. Now, you're the first child I have spoken to that's learning German. So let's go back. So what did you think about French? You were open to both languages?
Yeah, because my whole family is Haitian. Like, they speak Creole, and Creole is really similar to French.
Okay.
So they wanted me to learn French so I can understand what they're saying.
Yes.
Kind of. But when they enrolled me into the school, the French classes were full. So I had to go to German.
Okay. So you're just learning your language at home.
Yeah.
You're just not using it in school, and that's okay. So, sir, young man, tell me about German. Wow.
Yeah. So my German class is a really small class. I think there's 10 people in it, including me. And despite us being a small class, we neighbored the huge Spanish class. And everyone there is best friends, basically.
Yes, great.
So our German teacher's from Germany. Her name is Miss Roberts. Shout out to her. So she's one of the best teachers we ever had because she's been with us in 3rd, 4th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Wow.
So we all have a connection with her.
Yes.
And she's planning to do something special with us, take us on a trip to a German festival in North Georgia around January. So I'm excited for that.
Yes, I'm excited, and I haven't even been invited. But I'll be happy for you children to do that. Well, may I ask, may you tell me, can you say something in Spanish, in German for us?
Mm-hmm. Hallo, ich bin Mirvin. Wer bist du?
Did you say something like, hi, my name is Mirvin?
Yeah.
Okay. And what else did you say?
I think I said, who are you?
Okay. And so, in English, Dr. Karen Dukes. Okay. And give me one more line. Give me something else.
Okay. The house ist neben die Regierung.
All right. And what did you just say?
The house is next to the government.
And I knew house. That sounded familiar. I'm like, I think he's talking about something about a house. Well, good for you. You hang in there. You know what, Mirvin, you scared me. I thought you were about to say you were taking a trip to Germany. And I was like, woo, Oh, wow. But yes, long as she does something local, that would be nice. You must go to that festival because you'll be able to make a different a different connection, because now you'll be in that atmosphere. Have you gone to a German restaurant before?
Nope.
Okay, I have to talk to you about that. There's one downtown Stone Mountain. So maybe you and your family can go there for the holiday. Oh, it's real big at Christmas time. And so remind me, and I'll tell you about that off camera. And so I am so proud of that situation and that part of your schooling so far.
Thank you.
Well, good. Well, you enjoy that. So do you have that's probably one of your favorite subjects. But what else? What other subject may be a favorite of yours? Right
Okay,
now?
my favorite is history because there's a YouTube channel called Oversimplified. And basically, I found out about it once, and I started watching his videos. They're like 20, 30 minutes long. And like, they're supposed to be like educational, but also funny at the same time.
Okay.
So like, for example, I know what the Napoleonic Wars are now. And I also, in 6th grade, I had a thing called country balls, for like basically countries and balls. So now I know a lot about countries. And then I also found out the World Cup was a thing last year. So now I know a lot about countries and like players who go there, like
That's right.
Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's right. Well, honey, you're taking it all in, aren't you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for learning all you can learn. Thank you. So, you have a lot of homework right now
Yep.
in all the subjects, though, or what's going on?
Well, we were supposed to get homework in science and history, but in 6th grade, our 2 science teachers, one of them's not here anymore.
Okay.
But they decided not to give us homework because they thought it would be too stressful to have 5 different classes of homework. No, 4. So this year, I don't know if I have homework in all classes. It's basically just if you didn't finish it in class, you have to do it at home.
Okay.
But for certain, I know I have homework in language and literature, German, and math. But I'm in an accelerated math, which means we're 1 grade ahead of everyone else. So like technically, I'm taking high school math right now in 8th grade. So yeah, that's good.
Yes, kudos to you, sir. I love it. And you did mention that in the beginning. I was wondering what was going on with you and that the high school points, the high school credit, you said that. So that's what it means. You're in middle school, but your math is high school level.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's the name of that math class?
Accelerated math.
And that's just the name. Okay.
We call it AC math.
AC math. Okay. Wow. So is it pretty easy to you in a sense because you've been on an accelerated program?
Yeah, it is kind of easy for me since my dad's an engineer and he knows a lot about math. So like he helps me a lot with that.
Yes.
So it's easier for me now.
Right. So you living with, I always say parents are our first teachers. So dad's the teacher, the tutorer, and then the engineer. So honey, it's easy.
Yeah,
that's good. You have a good system there. Well, Lord have mercy. Anything new in particular in math that was introduced this year? I know you're building on from over the years, but anything new so far?
Not that I know of.
Okay, you just know it all. Keeping up.
Yeah.
Yes, well, right on. Well, thank you so much, sir, for sharing that. So let's talk about projects. Have they given out any projects so far this year?
We've Friday we finished the project on LNL on journalism.
Okay.
And to sum it up, everyone in 8th grade did bad.
You heard that, audience? So it's okay. So I have a story about that. Hold that. Because I always think, well, if everyone does bad, or if everyone fails, it's not the student's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? In between the lines, I'm like, okay, how did they teach that? So what happened?
So we're doing a unit on journalism.
Okay.
I don't really know journalism that much. So I had a feeling I was going to do bad. And like my group, I went with 2 people I barely know. Their name is Millie and Michelle.
Okay.
So like.
Sorry about the names, guys, but okay.
Yeah, so we got into a group. We were doing more of a broadcast type of journalism thing.
Okay.
On dress code concerns. And we presented on Friday, right?
Yes.
And according to my teacher, Miss G, she's an amazing teacher. Her daughter's in our class. So she said everyone did bad. No one did good. Like only one team did good, and like that was the period before.
Okay.
And that's basically it. Like she was not going easy on us. Like she was saying like everything that had to be said And like I knew we were not gonna do good. Like I had a feeling we were at least gonna get 75, something like that.
Okay.
But I'm surprised. Like she didn't say anything bad. She just said it was boring. That's it.
Boring. Okay, so
I took that as an A.
right on. So I love you. I love that attitude. And I'm looking at it also as a learning experience, because I don't know when she's going to give you something in writing or critique, but because you'll do better the next time.
Yeah.
Because you probably just didn't really know what all to expect. That's what I'm thinking about. And I'm thinking about you're on this show, kind of like you watch the news, you watch television shows, and so you see how they gather all their research that's behind the cameras, and then they sit in front of us on the cameras, and then they suck it to us. They give us the news.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Can you tell me what was your subject matter for the journalism activity?
So my teacher, she loves journalism. She loves reading.
Okay.
So she was gonna make us do a unit on that. And basically on Friday, everyone did so bad. She said, "Just forget the unit ever happened."
Okay.
But like she doesn't hate us or anything. Like,
I know.
In fact, I remember we did like a class once where she was just bored, done with the day, and we just gossiped.
Oh wow. That's why I like this show, guys. Yes, let's hear it from the children's, and it's the children's perspective. So good for you. But oh well, right?
Yeah.
So she'll just turn it around, because this is what I like to say. Regardless how your day was, the next day is a new day.
Yeah.
So you just move on. So I guess she'll just come up with another topic, another activity. So do you like projects normally?
Yeah, I love projects. Like continue on her Miss G. She's a great teacher. Like she's one of my favorites, because like despite like she's sometimes strict, but like she's really easy. She's like easy on us. Like she's making us, like according to her past students, she's giving her class is harder than like most freshman classes.
Wow. So Mirvin, do you think you will stay in the accelerated program throughout high school too?
Definitely, probably.
Okay, so that means when you graduate, you'll have college. I think you'll really be prepared for college.
Yeah,
Is that the whole point here
I think so. Yeah.
with the accelerated learning? Yes, that's what I'm thinking. So, wow. Well, honey, I'm so proud of you. But, your highs and lows, whatever's going on,
Yeah.
you'll work it out. Because that's what school is all about. That's what I like to tell people about school. Just go, because it's all a learning process. And guess what? We teachers are learning along with you children. So different topics, different activities will come about. And guess what? Some teachers do have more favorites than others. So it's okay. So listen, outside of school, what's going on? Are you involved in any after school activities or extracurricular activities?
Well, I used to, but currently not at the moment. But back in March and February, I was in the YMCA basketball team,
Okay.
and we basically had a season in basketball.
Okay.
I was more prepared for this one because I got more skilled at basketball over the summer, so I was prepared to play. And in our first playoff game, we lost by 1 point.
It's okay.
And it hurt me because basically we were down by like 15 points, and I don't know what got into me, but I just started making shots. Everything was going in. Pass the ball, I make it. Simple as that.
Wow. So you like that? Okay.
Yeah.
So good. So is it one of your top sports?
Yeah,
Basketball?
it's my best sport I'm at.
That's your best. Okay, good. Well, I love it. Well, you just have fun with it.
Yeah.
You practice all you want after school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And outside of school, the weekends. And then you are so interesting. I can't wait for you to come back. We need to get together again to talk some more about what's going on with your schoolwork. Thank you so much for sharing how the middle school and high school classes merge together. That was so interesting. And so one more thing I just thought about. So that's basketball, but do you have any other chosen hobby?
Hobby? Well, I play video games a lot,
Okay.
but that's basically it.
Okay. So what's your favorite with the video games?
You might be shocked. It's not 2K. It's not basketball. It's actually soccer. FIFA 23.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
FIFA 23 is the reason why I love soccer now.
So please make sure your parents understand that, huh? Because most people talk about the kids around the video games, it's just foolish, just wasting time. It's nothing educational. So listen to what you just said.
Because of FIFA, now I know like cities in Spain. Like I know Barcelona's a city, Madrid's a city. I know Milan's a city in Italy, and Paris and Bayern and all that stuff.
Wow. Thank you so much.
So basically now I have more knowledge on like international worlds because of FIFA.
I think that's going to also help you in school.
Yeah.
With your history. Wow.
And I'm already good at it, so.
You're already good at it. I love that part. So you are very interesting, but I am so proud of you. You just keep hanging in there, keep doing everything you're supposed to do. You're on the right track. I like to say you're on the right track for success. So I can tell you're really making your parents proud.
Definitely.
Oh, okay. They told you that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Because my highest grade currently is a 98 in INS.
Wow.
Which is basically history. And my lowest grade's an 85 in DLI. I'm not surprised because German's not my best thing.
I know, but you sounded good today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing the German. So you made me just think of when we were going through the pandemic, when you had to study at home. So can you go back a few years? Do you remember that experience? I touched a nerve.
Oh God, the good and the bad.
You remember that experience?
Yeah, because I remember in 5th grade, I came to school. My best friend, he's in a different school now, but he was there with me. His name is Enzo. He's Brazilian, really good at soccer, obviously. So we were just coming into school, wearing our masks and all of that. Then randomly, all of a sudden, we're like, hey, you guys have to go back home. And I'm like, whoa, we have to go back home? We just came to school.
Right.
And that must be hard for my mom because she has to go drive all the way back to pick me up, go back to school. And like I have class at like 8 a.m. now, and I just got school at like 7. So now I have to wait an hour. Along with, I have to get my dad's password for his computer, which he did not like at all. Because it's his computer. He doesn't want to lose all his work stuff. And yeah, the online experience, it was fun, the good and the bad, the funny and the unfunny.
I know.
But my favorite part was having like basically 2 free periods in 5th grade. Because there was no second period, we just have basically just free time for like an hour and then class continues from that. But yeah, the pandemic was fun. It was
different for us.
Yeah. Like there's 2 things that happened. Like for me, I'm a good student, but like, you know, sometimes you do bad things, right?
Yes, sir.
I remember once I was finished with my work early and I got bored. So either I would go watch YouTube or I would play on my PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. And the other time, my mom was like going somewhere, right?
Yes.
And I forgot the password to my dad's computer, which is a good thing for him, but a bad thing for me because I had class. So I always have to, and I didn't have a phone at that time. So I had to wait like 15, 20 minutes until I got that password.
Trying to figure it out. Oh my Lord, Mirvin. So listen, that is too funny to me. But listen, the reason why I was thinking about that, I was wondering with you working independently and then working with groups when we were at home, all that virtual learning.
Yeah.
I know that.
I loved
wild.
People don't like it, but I loved the online experience because I got to sleep more. I got more free time. I'm not stuck in the building for 8 hours or 7 hours. So that was just a great experience for me personally. And then in 6th grade, I'm like, oh, well, I'm back to school. Then like not even 3 months in, apparently some kid in school got COVID and I had to go quarantine. And it was like during a final project too. Quarter project, summative.
Yes.
And
what an experience.
Yeah, it was my first year in 6th grade too. So I was so stressed kind of because I didn't know what to do. Because I'm at home, my group is working on a project that we have to build. And like,
so
how much?
Right.
Yeah.
Normally you could have done it virtually, but not if it was hands-on building. Oh my Lord. So you just gave all the points just by virtual?
Yeah.
Just telling them what to do?
Yeah, I just did the virtual work and like they did the in-person work.
Yes.
And I didn't come back until the like second last day for presenting.
I know.
I thought I had COVID, so I was scared. I'm like, I have COVID? What? Like, I never had COVID, ever. And I'm like, I have COVID now? But then apparently it was just a kid near my table.
Yeah.
And he had COVID, which sent like me and like 4 other people to quarantine.
I know. That was, what a life we lived back then, huh? What was that, 2-3 years ago? So interesting. But listen, I love you, and we have to make time for you to come back. I'll let you stay in school a little bit longer, and so we'll talk about some other subjects and other things. Okay, do you mind?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yes, I would love to have you come back. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and just tune in because we'll be giving you the information on how you can keep up with us, because we want you to keep up with us, okay?
Yes.
And thanks again for coming, and take it easy.
All right, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir.